Here is part 4 of my evaluation, and the final question is: how did you use media technologies in the construction, research, planning and evaluation stages? Firstly, I'll talk about the media technologies used in the research phase of my project. The internet was a big factor, using YouTube to deconstruct music videos, because I could just go on and find any music video and then find out what makes a good music video and how they're generally put together, and the genre establishment through the genre of indie in these music videos. I use Google on the internet to find magazine adverts and then deconstruct them, and then again find out how they were put together and how genre was stamped down. For researching my digipack, I didn't use the internet. I just used copies of indie albums that I already had and looked at all the panels and recorded myself speaking about them, and that helped me to gain an idea of what made a good indie digipack. Now I'll talk about how I use media technologies in the planning phase of my project. Quite a key bit of planning I did was deciding the song that the music video was going to be for, with me and my partner Alex Saker. We did this using Web2O and had a Facebook chat conversation which I've logged on my blog. That was a good use of media technology to decide a crucial bit of information. For drafting my media products, I used several programs. For the advert and digipack, I used Fireworks, Paint and Photoshop. I combined all three, and then mainly using Fireworks came up with pictures and drafts and drawings of how their final products might look. I used Windows Movie Maker to make an animatic storyboard of the music video, and that's how I did that. Notice I'm using a lot of media technologies already, because I used a wide range of variety of programs. This is mainly through knowledge of being able to use these programs in ICT that I take aside from the subject. If I didn't do this, I probably wouldn't know how to use these programs, and it would have made it a lot harder in reflection. Now I shall discuss how I use media technologies in the construction of my media product. The camera I used in the music video was a Sony Handycam. While these cameras are quite good, it's not a professional megapixel quality, so that can give it a bit of a grainy look at times, so it's hard to make it look like a real media product with that, but so you have to do your best with your camera shots and try and get the best lighting you can. Borrowed a tripod from school to keep all the shots steady. I eventually put the video together on iMovie, which is the perfect program to use. It's so easy, it makes it so easy to put it together, and there's so many different little effects and techniques you can add on to things. Find this a really good program, and I would always use it. For the print work of digipacks and magazine adverts, I use programs I've been familiar with in the drafting of Fireworks, Photoshop and Paint, which obviously I knew how to use through previous experience, and constructed the media products with that. Finally, I've used media technologies in the evaluation of my media products in several ways. One is what I'm doing right now, talking into a camera, and that really gives a real evaluation, just allows me to say how I feel and everything straight from the heart, so I think that's a real good way to give what I would call a real analysis. I've used Web2O in my evaluation with the SurveyMonkey to gain feedback. I've also gained feedback via video. The equipment I used for all this was again the video camera, tripod and iMovie, which I was familiar with and used the same that I made my music video with. Overall, I feel I've used a wide range of media technologies throughout the project, particularly in the actual construction, where me and Alex Saker were using so many programs on the computer. I think that's really good to use as many as you can, and in research the internet came in handy a lot. For for the actual film we didn't have much choice in the equipment we had, but we were fine with what we used. For putting together the video I used iMovie because it's the best going and I was already familiar with it from AS, so that's why I used that. And that is how I use media technologies throughout the research, planning, construction and evaluation phases of my project.